So the next segment here is, well, let's take and utilize our email skills, our virtual host skills, our PHP skills, our database skills, and put them all together. And we can do that by installing a web-based email client that depends on pretty much all the services we've used this semester. Okay, so, and I'm not taking every single slide. At this point, I might say, oh, I added an A record, and I didn't go back and take screenshots of how I added an A record and incremented serial number. So in this one, I added a CNAME for this website. So this is going to be a web-based email client running on my web server. So I went and added a CNAME, Nutty. So you can see that it came back. Nutty is a CNAME for www. Nutty is going to be the way that I access this website. I've already added a new user on my mail machine, Chancho. I've also added a new virtual host to Apache. So I've already done all this. There's my virtual host configuration. Server name is nutty.thegummibear.com. Document root is this. So I've not taken all the screenshots again because we should know how to do it by this point. And then I went and put an index page in there. This is a placeholder so I could test that my web page was loading correctly. This also tests that DNS is working correctly if I can get to it from a browser. So I can rule out any of those problems before I move on. Okay, so the email client that I chose, and if you have a preferred one, you can install that, but I chose RoundCube. RoundCube is an email client. I think it's written in PHP or something. So I went, and once again, here, you probably won't be able to exactly follow my screenshots because there's probably a newer version of RoundCube than 1.3.8 from when I took this. 1.3.10. 1.3.10. So I went to, okay, I'm going to right click, copy link address. Then I went over to my machine and I downloaded it with wget. Oh, I guess I didn't take a picture of that command, but it's just wget space paste in the link.
It's a useful command that I use all the time.
Yeah, it's good to know. So I did the complete version. I think there might be some other version stuff. So it says dependent complete. I don't know if it still says that on the website. I haven't visited their website for like a year. So, but I did the complete version. And then we'll extract it using our handy dandy tar command, extract, da-da-da-da-da. Okay. So I think this assignment also serves to help us understand how to problem solve a little bit on our own by reading the README file. Because there's tons of, when you go to work, you know, if you're expected, oh, go install this. Okay, how do I do that? Well, there'll be README files, or you'll have to write the man page, or whatever it is. So we'll make use of the README file, and things may have changed from 1.3.8 to 1.3.10. Well, I don't know. Guess we'll see. So I extracted it. Here's my files. I'm going to go look at the README. Maybe I'll go look at the install. There's also an install text file that will tell me how to do the installation. So it says in the install, it says decompress and put this folder somewhere inside your document root. Well, I've already decompressed it. Do we know where our document root is? Sure, var www.html nutty.thegummibear.com. Okay. So I moved it over there. Awesome. Then I went and I read the next step. Okay. In case you don't install the complete, well, I did install complete, so I'm skipping step 2. Make sure the following directories and the files within are writable by the web server. Now this might have a little bit of confusion, and once again, 3.10 or whatever version might have slightly different instructions. But this is actually not referring to an absolute path. This is saying inside this directory, if you look in here, inside this directory, there's a logs directory and there is a temp directory, both of which need to be writable by the web server. Okay, so if you look at this ls-l, is this writable by the web server? How do we know that?
Others.
Other does not have the W bit set. So we need to set that. Oh, well, okay. So, or change the owner. I changed the group ownership. Well, okay, I changed the group ownership of logs, and I changed the temp group ownership. But actually, you probably see my screenshots a little later. That doesn't, reassigning the group didn't actually give them right permission. So I still need to give them right permissions. Okay, create a new database and a database for RoundCube. We go over to our database machine. Oh, and I wouldn't go even bother with this assignment until I made sure that my database assignment works and remote connectivity is working. Oh, I did tell you that DBMS grader is not going to work until you do reverse DNS, which we just talked about reverse DNS. There was one other assignment I think that didn't work until reverse DNS.
Yeah, I think the one before, I don't
The
remember.
one SMTP.
Oh, yeah, the satellite one.
Satellite, that's right. Okay, so create a new database. Oh, we know how to do that. So I've already created a new database and granted permissions to connect from this web server. Ah, dang it, I didn't take screenshots of my grant statement. Okay, well, I'm letting you guys synthesize your brain cells, and so you have to be able to log in on that remote machine, do the correct, add a user, give them the correct permissions so that they can connect from your web server, which we should have already learned how to do in the database assignment. But I'll show you the user that I created, is I created Ramses, and he's allowed to connect from this host and connect to the database RoundCube. Okay, so I did that, I already created a new database. Point your browser to whatever /installer. So I went to my nutty.thegummibear.com. Well, I had to go, okay, nutty, not working. So I didn't actually go to /installer. I just went to nutty.thegummibear.com/roundcube mail. That's the folder that I stuck everything in. Not working. HTTP error 500. Okay, what? Let's go look at our error log in Apache 2. Uncaught, blah, blah, blah. This is error. Looks like I needed to install another package. Now that was kind of weird that they didn't tell me, or maybe they did, maybe I didn't read the instructions well enough. But I don't know. PHP fatal error. So I took that, I copied it into Google, and looking on Google, oh, let's just install this package, php-dom install, and it helps to visit the correct URL as well. I didn't visit /installer. So then I did it nutty.thegummibear.com/roundcube mail, whatever version it was, /installer, and maybe, I think actually it would have. So I think if I would have visited installer first off, it would have told me that I needed to install that DOM package. And, okay, anyway, now it's telling me, hey, I'm getting ready to install this program for you. But these are required in order to run RoundCube. So, oh, you don't have multi-byte. So what should I do?
Install multi.
Install it. Well, I don't know what package that is. So maybe I'll click on this link, or, it says something about MB string here. So you look on Google, what is this talking about? But I found sudo apt search MB string, there's a php-mb string. Maybe that'll do it. Apt-get install, refresh the page, good. All my required dependencies are met. There's a couple optional dependencies. I'll leave that to you. If you want to install those, you can. If not, you can move on. So make sure everything says okay, okay, okay. Following settings are optional, not recommended. Okay, then I'll just hit next. And then, I didn't capture everything, only the things that I made a change on. If I didn't capture it, then I just left it to the default. So, on this step 2 page, it asked me, oh, what's your database you're connecting to? So I put in my host name, my database name, the user I'm going to connect as, and my password, Ramses Sniffer 1. That's from another All right. And then I had to scroll down. I had to actually, now we need it, so we connect them to the database. Now we also need to connect them to our mail server. So I connected to SSL, mail.thegummibear.com. Let's connect